Welcome to Your Best Interviews. My name is Eric Smith. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Guys, before I dive into this, there's a lot in my description down below. There's a lot of free links. There's a link to an actual full comprehensive course. If you're going through this process, lean on support. This video is all going to be about specifically how you should be getting help and why you should be getting help before you go into these interviews. So I just want to preface that down below in the description, I've got a free test or a free interview prep kit, as well as a link to an entire comprehensive course that helps with interview prep. So if you're sourcing through videos, if you're looking at videos because you need help going into your next interview, check all that out. All of my content, everything that I pour my time into is to help you get to a better spot, to help people get jobs that they want, they deserve, help them put the best foot forward. So today, the video I want to record is, if you're somebody who's struggling to get a job, maybe you've been applying or going through the process and just not getting the results that you want, or you're just about to start the process, but you're nervous about it, or maybe you're just stuck in a job that you don't like, isn't fulfilling, or isn't serving you in a way that creates the life that you want. So maybe you're in a job where just you feel like from a compensation standpoint, you're stuck. You can't go up, or there's no path for you to incrementally increase your income. All of these things are barriers from you getting to where you want to be in the job that you want that will create the life that you want. And so all these things they're barriers that you kind of build up in your mind. And so I've coached hundreds, thousands of different people that have had the same issue, right? It's kind of that failure to launch or failure to get started because they're nervous about the interview process. They feel like there's not enough jobs out there or not a job that's perfect for them, or they just don't know what that first step is. And I'm here to tell you that you need to lean on resources. So if you're starting this process, especially now, and the reason I say especially now is because everything has changed. The entire landscape around getting a job, the hiring process is all digital. It's all set up for companies to be more efficient about screening candidates and giving less of their time to the process. And so what this does is it puts job seekers like you at a big disadvantage if you're not utilizing the right resources. So this could be from starting where you want to start your job search, right? So leaning on, all the different places that you can do research to find jobs that are right up your alley, right? Or jobs that you're interested in that are going to actually be a passion for you, right? So how do you zone in on which jobs you should be applying to? Where do you give your time when you're actually applying? Which job boards make the most sense? How to track what you're applying to? All of those things, there's a strategy behind that. And then the next step. So before you can click apply, you have to have a resume, right? You have to have a good resume. Most people are not great at writing resumes. I, for one, am not great at writing resumes. I know that about myself. But what people do is they feel stuck. They feel like, well, I'm not good at writing a resume, but I have to do this. And so they write a resume, but it's not a strong resume. It's not keyworded so that an applicant tracking system, technology, can read that resume and rank that resume as a relevant resume for them to actually invest time in for a phone interview or an in-person interview. And so if you don't have a strong resume, if your resume is not keyworded correctly, you could be removed for the job that you really want and could be perfect for. And so that's another example of just you need to seek help when you're starting this process because there are so many things that could take you out of the running for the job that you really want, but there's also a ton of resources that arm you with the right information to actually get that leg up, right? And then even further down the line, when you start doing these interview processes, there are strategies for the phone interview. There are things that you can do to coach yourself into comfort. And then for the in-person interview, there are ways to coach yourself around the questions that you will be asked. It's almost certain that you're going to get probably 3 to 5 of the same questions in every interview. And so if you know how to answer those, if you know how to structure and practice those ahead of time, it allows you to put your best foot forward. It incrementally increases your odds of being the best candidate or having the best answer and giving yourself a better chance of getting the job that you really want, right? And then beyond that, behavioral-based questions, there are strategies so that you can prepare all of your answers. So no matter what they ask you, you have an answer that's ready, so you're not having to think on the spot or be kind of froze without an answer, right? All of these things are within your control, but you just have to make sure that you're leaning on the right resources and getting the right advice and practicing the right way so that you can put your best foot forward and get the job that you really want. So guys, this is all to just say, this video, if you're in one of these buckets where you're just starting the process, or maybe you've been applying but not getting the results you want, you've been interviewing and not getting jobs you want, or maybe you're in a job that you don't like, that isn't serving you or making you feel stuck, but you're nervous about starting, or maybe that's that failure to launch, right? You don't know where to start, or you're nervous about the entire process. Lean on resources. You are in control. It's only you that can change your current situation, right? No one's going to come to your rescue. No one's going to help do these interviews for you. No one's going to be able to go and actually do the interviews for you, right? So it's all on you, and you have the ability and the control, right, to change your current circumstances, but you have to lean on the right resources. And so this is more to say, guys, I have a ton of resources to help you. And everything that I've done with Your Best Interviews, all the time that I've poured in, has been to help give tactical advice around interview prep, around how to answer questions, how to make sure that you're set up at the beginning to actually be in the best position to get the jobs that you want, and also practice in the correct way to give yourself the best chances. And so, guys, check out all of my content. But if you're just starting this process, I encourage you, you have to dive deep and really immerse yourself in all of the right resources to ensure that you can get the job that you want, that you can change your life, because you can, right? But this process is hard. I've been in the talent acquisition space, the technology side of talent acquisition, for over 10 years. And I have seen firsthand how this process is not set up in a fair way for candidates who don't know it, right? So lean on resources, lean on people who know it, and make sure you're practicing the right way, because you can change your current situation. You can get the job that you want, right? You can coach yourself into comfort around these interviews. It's just a matter of doing the right things beforehand. So guys, hopefully this was helpful. I know there wasn't a ton in here tactical, but I just wanted to emphasize, because I can't tell you how many times I've had this conversation with candidates, and it needs to be said, there are ways to increase your odds in all of these different areas. There are resources out there that can help you get to a better spot, but it's on you to actually seek them out, to find them, and actually pour the time in beforehand so that you're giving yourself this best shot. So check out all my links below. Hit subscribe. I drop 2 videos every week, Monday and Wednesday. I also have the entire interview prep kit that's free, so download that. And then also check out the course. If you're somebody who needs a little bit more, check out the course. The course is comprehensive. It's at a very available price, so the same as what you would spend going out to eat or a couple, a night out drinking with friends. It's one of these things that will absolutely change your life, because if it can help you in just little areas to get the job you want, that job that you want can open more doors, can bring you more money, right? So you need to invest in the right places, and you need to invest in yourself so that you can get to a better spot. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you.